think he's one of the oldest ones in the Plastinarium in terms of the plastinates. And I remember seeing this one in London in 2002 when it first came out in Brick Lane. But you need to come in close to see this, especially, well, just come in close really. He's got skin on him, and the skin colour, of course, has gone white because what they do is they bleach the tissues. And bleaching of the tissues is necessary for them to add the colour to later. And bleaching of the tissues, it kind of creates a cleansing of the system as well, so it cleans the process for them. What we see here is how the skin has been left on place, but if you come and look at the legs, you'll see just elements of what we would know as superficial fascia, but it's very hard to determine what's happening here because all the colours are the same. And this is something that has come up for us in looking at Freya and our form and how she's going to be presented, is that the Plastinarium, and you'll see it all over, has got a specific colour that they use for the muscular tissues. They use the red plastic, the polymers that go into the blood network. They dye the lymphatic structures so that it's got a bluey colour to it. I don't remember if we see any colours into the nervous network. They don't really colour it yellow like you see in the books. So one of the reasons that the bleaching also takes place is that you've got a blank canvas to put colour onto. So that will, if we do the same with Freya, she's just going to look exactly the same as any other plastinate. So part of the job here is to challenge the system, and Robert has said this from the very beginning, is that can we challenge the Plastinarium a little bit, and that's, I pulled my hair, well, I almost pulled my hair out with that one, it's that we want to colour the fascia. Because what I'd suggest you do as we're walking around, because there's a few places that we can take you to and show you some of our influences, but I'm also going to need to be up there at 1:45, that's when we're going back. But look at the colour of the fascial tissues that are on the plastinates, and they are there. And since we've been working here continuously, we've noticed, even in positioning, and when you go further into the exhibit, also in the Berlin exhibit, and I've noticed this in the current London one as well, is that there are fascial structures on show. They just don't make too much of a point of it, but it's there, and we know where to look because that's our field to some degree. So they are beginning to show a lot more, and we've looked at a few things, and as a group we've looked at them and said, are they changing that because we're there, or are they changing that because we did the thing in Berlin, or have they always done that and we've just not seen it? So there are elements of it there. Of course, it's just not in large sheets, and we know now why they don't do it in large sheets, and I'll show you that in the presentation from 1 o'clock as well, because it's opened our eyes up to how this process takes place. And I think in the past the Plastinarium's been not criticised, but there has been a bit of critique about why they don't show so much fascia, but we kind of know why that is now, and it's quite a complex process. In the footage, I think you were talking about that you've always been intrigued about the process of not having fascia here, and when I first saw the 2002 exhibit, I sent an email to the Plastinarium saying, have you ever tried doing a fascial body? And I just got a very straight, bland message back, who the hell am I in that world? And it's too complex. So when this opportunity came up, we just grabbed it with both hands. Yeah, so a lot of us have thought of that. But you see here the wrappings, these structures, and then you look at where the superficial fascia is. It's not that distinct. Of course, there is that continuity from skin to the depth, but there's no coloration as to how it would be. Everything goes white. So it's very easy to miss it, and this is the problem. It's very easy to miss it, and as we know in the standard anatomical models, a lot of people get attracted to the red bit, and that's what they see because the color is there. Can we start to shift our eyes and look at the bit between that? So can we see in between? Yeah.